Hey there, I am wondering if, like me, you have been somewhat worried about needing to ask someone to keep social distance when you are out in public. Now that there are more people out and about, and we have seen so many pictures and news stories on people not social distancing, and it feels awkward to ask somebody to keep their social distance when you're in, say, the grocery store and you feel somebody behind you is too close and you kind of glance behind and sure enough, they've only got a basket, not a cart. They're standing right next to you because that's what we're used to, and maybe they forgot. But you still need to protect yourself and ask them to keep distance. So, first things first, make sure that you enunciate really well and are clear with your speech, because with masks, it is more difficult to understand people, and you don't want to have to ask them multiple times to stand back. Second, when you do ask them to keep social distance, all you have to do is just that, very simply. Excuse me, sir, I noticed that we're standing a little bit too close. I would like to keep us both protected. Could you take a step back for me so that we keep our social distance? That's it. You don't need to go off about how you have pre-existing conditions, or you're taking care of sick relatives, or you have an infant at home. All of that stuff doesn't really matter in the moment. All it may do is escalate the incident, and it also makes it take longer because you're going off explaining things. You don't need to do that. It should be enough for somebody to just make the ask, and then they should step back. If they don't, and you feel that you need to go to a manager or take yourself out of line. If you don't feel safe, you ultimately take yourself out of line. When you are talking to them, keep yourself on a 45-degree angle. Okay? You, viewer, in the camera, are the person that I'm asking to keep social distance. I don't want to stand front on with you. That's too confrontational. If you just take a little 45-degree angle to them, keep your palms up, gesture warmly, smile through the eyes. Excuse me, I'm sure you've just forgotten. I know I've done it myself. Could you please take a step back and social distance? That's it. You're keeping your palms up. You're showing that you are not a threat. It's very easy for us to immediately go into threat mode. Our brains are wired to protect us. And anybody that's wearing a mask looks like a robber, right? It's natural for us to have a little bit more anxiety just from the mask itself. Let alone that we're in these times when we have to worry about contracting a disease. So just give everybody the benefit of the doubt that they just simply forgot, and just ask them very politely if they could take a step back. If you can't. If you can handle it yourself, just do it. 45 degrees, open palms, enunciate so that they can understand you, because if they can't understand what it is that you're asking them to do, then they're still standing there and you're getting upset, but they just didn't understand you and they didn't hear you clearly. So keep all of that in mind. I don't see a lot of people posting or doing things about mask etiquette, but we need to start the movement. Share this video. Tell your friends to think about their body language while they are wearing a mask. I'm Allison Henderson with Moving Image Consulting. Probably didn't even say that yet. I am a body language expert, so I think about these things and I worry about them, and I want you and myself to stay safe. Take care.